There are many supervillains who thoroughly enjoy playing the role of the bad guy. The Joker loves creating chaos. The Green Goblin laughed maniacally as he tossed Gwen Stacy off a bridge to her death. Thanos adores wiping out entire civilizations. But there are some evildoers who truly believe they are noble. Despite performing despicable acts such as enslavement, murder, genocide, some people manage to convince themselves that they are simply misunderstood. While you look at these characters on this list, you might understand where these villains are coming from. You might sympathise with them. You might feel like their goal is somewhat justified. But no matter how you argue it, every villain on this list has voluntarily committed unspeakable acts of evil. I am Kirsten from What Culture, and these are 10 supervillains who thought they were the hero. Number 10. Ra's al Ghul. Using sacred rituals, Ra's al Ghul has regenerated his body for years, allowing him to live for over 8 centuries. His goal is simple: cull the world's population so a small portion can control the remaining resources of Earth. Ra's knows it can take decades to mould the world to his liking. Due to his pseudo-immortality, Ra's believes that he is the only one who can shape the world for the better. Despite the fact that Batman has been waging war against every criminal in Gotham for years, crime never goes down. Why? Because Batman refuses to take a life. Ra's believes that killing is vital, even necessary to bring about the greater good. Ra's does not see the killing of millions as genocide but as a sacrifice. He doesn't enjoy killing, but he believes it is necessary for mankind to thrive. Number 9. Magneto. Before he became the Magneto, Max Eisenhardt was a happy boy living in Germany. His father was a decorated war hero and was known as a proud son of Germany. When anti-Semitism became the norm after Hitler swept the nation, Eisenhardt's family was slaughtered in the Holocaust. Worse still, after his mutant power manifested, he became a target for bigots once more. Despite being the X-Men's nemesis, Magneto isn't always malevolent. He is a man who witnessed humanity at its worst and is doing everything in his power to stop anyone from experiencing that same. When you look at it that way, how else was Magneto expected to react when his kind was threatened for the second time in his life? Go down without a fight? I don't think so. Number 8. Bolivar TRASK. Shortly after the mutant leader Magneto declared war on humanity, an anthropologist called Bolivar Trask designed mutant hunting androids called Sentinels. Trask's motivation is simple: he wants mankind to survive. Mutants are, in essence, the replacements of humanity. Since mutants like Apocalypse and Sinister are killing humans solely because of their species, Homo sapiens seem like they will be suffering the same fate as the Neanderthals. However, Trask was somewhat redeemed because he is one of the few supervillains who learned the error of his ways. When the Sentinels believed that they should rule the world, Trask realised that he had created a new threat worse than mutant kind. In his final act, he blew up his base to destroy the Sentinels, killing himself in the process. Number 7. Brainiac. Brainiac is the smartest being in the universe and one of Superman's most daunting foes. To maximise his knowledge, he tends to find worlds, shrink sections of them, and then insert them into jars so that he can study them. To ensure that no one learns of his collected data, he destroys every planet he visits after he bottles one of its civilizations. Over the millennia, he has destroyed countless worlds, shrunk billions of people, and imprisoned them on his ship. How can he possibly see himself as anything except pure evil? Well, Brainiac's mind works more like a computer than an organism. Brainiac may be seen as one of the most diabolical entities in the cosmos, but he truly believes that what he is doing is a service to all the people that he has killed. Every planet will inevitably die, but because Brainiac is consuming all of the data of each world, they will all live on in me. Number 6. Ozymandias. The Watchmen graphic novel revolves around a detective called Rorschach tracking down the Mask Killer, a criminal who seems to be murdering costumed heroes. In the end, the killer is revealed to be philanthropist Adrian Veidt, who used to be known as the superhero Ozymandias. After he faked an alien invasion that killed millions, every war on Earth ended, forcing humanity to unite against a common foe. Since the enemy didn't actually exist, it made every nation maintain a ceasefire. When the heroes see that Veidt's plan succeeded, they realise that they can't let society learn what he did, as it would reverse everything that he accomplished. However, Rorschach wrote about Veidt's scheme in his diary before dropping it off to a newspaper office. In the story, Doomsday Clock, it is revealed that after the editor published Rorschach's notes about Veidt, every war on Earth reignited. Number 5. GEPPETTO. Fables is a series that revolves around fairy tale characters who've been evicted from their homelands by the mysterious adversary. It is eventually revealed that the adversary is, of all people, Pinocchio's creator, Geppetto. Years ago, the mayor of Geppetto's town became corrupt, which forced several conspirators to have him murdered. Since Geppetto had a reputation for bringing wooden puppets to life, the conspirators convinced him to carve an exact duplicate of the leader out of wood, bring him to life, and make him obedient to Geppetto. Geppetto didn't want the townsfolk to suffer, so he agreed. After the wooden mayor took over, his hometown ushered in a new age of prosperity. Geppetto realised that he could bring universal peace if he replaced every unethical figurehead with a wooden copy. Using this method, Geppetto eventually took over the entire homelands. Since he is in charge of every single magical artifact, Geppetto believes that it would do more harm than good if he was dethroned. When he was eventually defeated, one of his enchanted boxes was opened, which unleashed a demon far more dangerous than Geppetto. Geppetto said that his methods were evil, but they were necessary to stop the homelands from descending into utter destruction. 4. Black Adam. Black Adam was a poor kid from Karnak, before the wizard Shazam endowed him with the power of the Egyptian gods. Sadly, his newfound powers corrupted him, turning Adam into a tyrant. Believing Karnak was run by barbarians, Adam slaughtered the country's officials and anointed himself as ruler. Although he runs the nation with an iron fist, Adam's rule had caused crime to plummet, mainly because the citizens are terrified of him. Adam is aware that his methods are immoral, but he didn't know of a more peaceful method to protect his country. However, Adam had a change of heart when he fell in love with a woman called Adriana Tomaz. After the pair wed, Adam vowed to only use his power for peace. Tragically, Adriana was murdered in a terrorist attack, causing Adam to declare war on all humanity. When superheroes try to reason with Adam, their pleas fall on deaf ears. Adam tried to be noble and lost everything that he loved in the process. The loss of his wife taught him that the only way to stop evil is through tyranny. Number 3. Sinestro. The Green Lantern Corps are a group of intergalactic officers who patrol the universe using rings fueled by willpower. When Hal Jordan of Earth was chosen to join the Corps, he was mentored by the greatest Green Lantern, Sinestro. Sinestro was revered by his comrades because he brought peace to his homeworld, Corrugar. When Jordan visited Corrugar, he learned the reason why the planet had abolished crime was because it was turned into a totalitarian dictatorship. When Jordan learned this, Sinestro was banished from the Corps. Out of revenge, he created his own Corps to spread fear across the universe to prove it was a more effective tool to bring peace than willpower. When the Green Lanterns tried to stop him, he slaughtered thousands of them. Sinestro explained that he became a dictator out of necessity, since terrorist bombings were rampant on Corrugar before he declared martial law. He pointed out to Jordan that he is the only lantern to bring about peace to a planet through fear, proving his method is superior. Because Sinestro succeeded where all lanterns have failed, it's impossible for Sinestro to see just how evil his actions are. Number 2. Relic. Former Green Lantern Carl Rayner stumbled upon a giant cyst at the edge of the universe guarded by a space walrus on skis. That sentence can literally only exist in comics. When the cyst burst open, it released a colossal entity called Relic. Relic reveals that he is from the previous universe and he must destroy all lanterns to avoid the current universe's destruction. You see, lanterns use their power rings to create objects. Relic learned that every time lanterns use their rings, they tap into a universal energy called the reservoir. Once the reservoir is empty, the universe will end. Relic tried to explain this in his universe, but he was ignored. To ensure that the current universe doesn't suffer the same fate, Relic destroyed the source of the Power Ring's energy, the Green Lantern's central battery. Since the battery was connected to the core of the Green Lantern's homeworld of Oa, the planet imploded. Luckily, the reservoir was refueled by combining the power of all the lanterns. However, if Relic knew that this tactic would work, he never would have waged war against the lanterns since he takes no joy in killing. Number 1. Robot. The Image Comics series Invincible revolves around a human-alien hybrid called Invincible who vows to protect the world even though he is an alien race, vowed to enslave the galaxy. Invincible often teams up with his friend Rudolph Connors, who is better known as Robot since he fights crime with his army of drones. Despite the fact that Robot has repeatedly saved the world, Invincible gets far more credit. Enraged, Robot uses his drones to conquer the world's governments and kill every superhero and supervillain who opposes him. Because his drones patrol control every city, no one dares to commit even the mildest crime. He's so efficient at running the world, Invincible gives up and leaves the planet for years, believing that Robot is unbeatable. Superheroes claim that they will bring about world peace, and yet Robot was the only one who accomplished it. And just to show off, it only took him a couple of weeks. He may have committed atrocities, but he succeeded where all other heroes had failed. And there you go, the 10 supervillains who thought that they were the hero. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, click that subscribe button. You can also click that notification bell down there to be notified of any new videos coming your way. But for now, I have been Kirsten Ria from What Culture Comics, and I'll see you in the next video.